We do thank you all for coming for the services of Mr. Chris Oliveris. We ask that you please silence or turn off your cell phones during this time. Thank you all very much.
Where to start? I guess I'll start from the beginning. Me and my brother, we're polar opposites. You know, he's the good and I'm definitely the bad. And when it comes to Christopher, there's a lot to love. You know, he did everything right. You know, like in the beginning, it was just like a kid that had to be the leader. He was the leader of the house. So he's telling me shit to do, and I'm like, man, I'm not about that. So it's just like we fought all the time. You know, as a kid, it's just like, as a kid, you just don't understand. People are different. You know, so it's just like, at times it was just like it was always a war between us, but you could tell in our eyes we still love each other. You know, it was just a brotherly rivalry. It's just like good versus evil all the time. So it's just like our ways like separated from time to time, but for some reason it's fated to come back. It was just always fated. And, it's just like, damn, can't get rid of you. And so it's just like, things started to change. You get older, wiser, and you grow up together, and you look at your brother, and it's just like, damn, I kind of envy you because you have so many friends. And it's just like easy for you to make friends. And so it's just like, he did football. He made so many cool friends in football. And I was like, dang, you know everybody. So it's just, I followed in his footsteps and, started playing with him. And we had something in common for once. Football, the love of the game. And we played against each other, and it was nice. As I grew up and we're in the struggle and we're learning how to survive, it's just like we had so many memories. Not always good at first, but it starts becoming better and better. So like, I could say things started to change between us. Our bond was stronger than ever when he became, on the varsity football team for his high school. And I was on the JV squad, and his friends became my friends. And I was growing a bond with his cool-ass friends, and it was fun. And so it's just like me and my brother started to get close around that time. We still fought. I mean, there was a time where I remember where it was his senior year, and they were doing practice, and he was a left tackle, and I was a right defensive tackle. He was a left tackle on offense. And we're running the same play over and over again. I'm going against my brother, and it's fun, because I love fighting him. And, I finally beat him one play, and the coaches are all like, you let your little brother beat you. Like, are you serious? And just getting on to him. He was mad. And I knew it was coming. We're about to fight. So, like, I guess the play changes. I'm hyped up. And, I'm about to try to sack the quarterback again. And they do a tackle trap, and my brother's on the other side, and he's running at me full speed, and I bit. And he rolled me. Like, I'm rolling on the ground, he's all on top of me. This is a big dude. So, like, he crushes my leg, and I'm out for 6 to 8 weeks with a hyperextended leg, and I'm just laughing. I'm just like, this is what I did, for going against my big brother. So it's just like, there's so many memories that we had. It was amazing. Our bond just grew more and more. No matter how many times we separate, it was fated that good and evil will come back together, because that's how it works. So for me, it's just like, throughout my whole life, we were always there for each other. Small times and big times. And like, we started living together for a while, and then our friendships with other people grew, and that's how he met his significant other at the time, and they had a handsome son, and then I met mine, and then we had our children, and we were having children. We were growing up so fast. Life was going so fast, and we were enjoying it. We partied, we'd had fun. We had so many moments where we're just looking up in the stars and just having a conversation about our emotions, and that shit don't happen, like, especially for me. And so it's just like, he was the only person that understood me, and I was the only person that really understood him. So it's just like, we go throughout that whole emotional trip, and our bond is so strong. Our love is so strong for each other that it's remarkable, because we didn't start out that way. So it's just like, as life goes on, we separate to raise our children. And one of the focal points of raising our children was, we didn't want y'all to live the same life that we did. We wanted y'all to live better. So we did everything possible for that. It's just like, people may not understand the choices that you make at that time, but later on in the future, it turns out to something good. And then you look past it and you're like, damn, that was cool. But it's just like, over time, we separated, but life for us was fated, so we'd always come back together. And, it was just like, I would always call him and talk to him about issues that I was having. He would call me and talk to me about issues that he was having. There was times where he was just like, hey, I need you to drop everything you're doing and come help me. And I did. No questions asked, because I know he would do the same for me. And he did, plenty of times. And it's just like, the whole time, this guy is so good. It's just like, I'm glad to have a little light in my darkness, because my life is, the way I see things is not the way he sees things. I'm polar opposite than him. So it was just like, it was good for him to rub his goodness off of me. That's how I grew up. That's how I know him. That's how I loved him. So, comes the fated day where, my brother had a severe stroke, and it was devastating to see my brother go through that. And all I can do was be like, I didn't even cry. I'd be like, you're alive. We're going to get through this. We're going to fight. That's what we did. So that whole time we fought, man, he was a fighter. He was fighting all the time. Fighting with me a lot too. So it's just like, we fought through all that. And, our bond got even closer. The love was so strong. It's just like, I've never felt that from anybody, really. So it was different. So it's just like, for me, my whole life with my big brother, it started off rough. It really did. I hated him at first. But then the end was everything. He was such a lovable guy. He can meet somebody and befriend them in an instant. Not me. So it's just like, I'm always going to have those memories for me, and it's going to drive me to be better, because that's what my brother would want. He would want me to be better. He would want me to explain to whoever, needs that, so they can be better, especially my nephew, he loved you more than the world. Talked about you all the time. And we made sure that we had made a path for you to live a life better than we ever lived, So it's just like, when you have those bad days, when you have those days where you're in doubt, just understand that we all went through that, we come out stronger, we fight. That's who we are. We don't back down. You're given a chance to do great things, and we want you to do great things. And he loved you so much, Right now, it's just like, I have a hole in my heart, yes. It takes time for that hole to heal, and eventually I will heal. But my brother was the light in my darkness, so it's tough. I'm going to open up the floor for anybody who would like to say something. You stand up, you come up here. If you want to say something nice, you're more than welcome to. He loved and cherished everybody here. Thank you.
Hey, how y'all doing? My name's Eric. Pooh, man, he was like a brother to me. Met him when I was a youngster, like elementary. Remember him walking in the door, and I was like, man, it's a big guy, right? I was like, shit. And this fool smelled good all the time, man. I was like, God. And I told my brother, I said, man, he doesn't smell like most big people, man. He smells good, right? So we go to the mall, man, and we're walking around. I'm thinking I'm cool, man, with my older brother and his best friend, man, just strolling around. And just remember doing some fun things with Pooh, man. We became really close. My partner in crime, not really nothing crazy, but we enjoyed each other's company. We always had fun. It's just those moments. They're gone for the moment, but they live on in our memories always. Um, Pooh, man, he taught me a lot, you know. Taught me how to roll my first joint, you know, stuff like that. So I learned a lot from this guy, man. I miss him so much. There was a few times that, you know, he'd call me randomly. You know, we had different lives as, you know, time goes by. He'd hit me up. He'd come visit me in Corpus. We'll do some fishing, and it always wasn't always about partying and, you know, getting whatever, hungover the next day. We was, you know, hey, it was just us, you know, me and Pooh sometimes, you know, just hanging out. Thanksgiving Day, you know, it was just always us two, man. It was always us two, and I just miss him, man. I remember visiting him in the hospital one time, and this is little out there, but he was laying in the hospital bed. I'm crying with him, and you know, he's trying to get his speech back, and it was hard for me to understand him. And it's like, it's okay, Pooh, man. You know, I understand what you're saying, man. I got you, man. Don't worry about it. You know, things happen, and me and Pooh were so close, man. You know, he had a hard time getting up, going to the bathroom all the time, and you know, me being the person that I was, cause I loved that. I loved him, man. You know, I was there, you know, cleaning him up, shaving his face, shaving his head, wiping his ass, you know. And I didn't mind, man, because it's my brother, man, you know. I miss that fool. I miss him a lot. And, you know, there's no one ever going to replace him. You know, he was a good guy, man. He went through a lot in life. This dude had like 9 lives, man. He should have been dead a long time ago. For real, man. Theo, your dad was cool, man, you know. Remember having fun and Theo being there watching us and having girls over and stuff. And, oh, man, those are for our times, Theo, man. I don't know. Pooh was just a fun, outgoing. Everything about him, man. His laugh, his smile, the way he drank his beer. No one ever know. Tell you what, that fool could make that bottle disappear. Never forget, man. Never forget. Good times, man. Really good times. I hadn't seen Pooh in I don't know, a handful of months. But every time I was around, I did make it a point to give him a call and talk to him, you know. He knew where my heart was. You know, I wasn't there every day like I used to be, but he knew where my heart was. I knew where his heart was, man, because he's a good dude, man. He's my brother, man, you know. I miss him a lot, man. And I know he's looking down here right now like, man, why you crying, man? Go drink a beer, man. Yeah, he's going to be missed for sure, man. Thank you, guys.
Hi guys, my name is Judy Hart, actually. Used to be Judy back in the day. Yeah, I don't really know Chris by Chris. Always known him by Pooh. Got that name back in middle school. Girl crazy, you know. So I got the name of some female. Me and my brother, man, we're inseparable. Matt came in the picture, and it was us three for a long time. We've gone through a lot of shit together, all of us. And can't really say much that my little brother didn't say about him. Pooh was an amazing person, man. Big heart, definitely had a big heart. always made friends no matter where we went. Everybody knew Tootie and Pooh, that's the party. You know, we were the beef, man. We were called the beef for a really long time. We were like the security guards at parties and stuff like that when we were younger. And yeah, just want to thank you guys for coming and, you know, sharing this moment with us. And tell you guys that Pooh, miss, bro. Love you with all my heart, man. I don't really know what else to say. I don't want to break down too much, so thank you guys.
Hello, everyone. My name is Buzzy Earl. I grew up with Pooh since we were little babies, man. I tell you, me and Matt, we were outside talking a little bit ago. And I remember walking up to that house almost every day, knock on the door to play with Chris. And Chris always thought that I was coming up there just to play with his pony. He had that pony in the backyard, and we just, Buzz, you just come up here to play with my pony, or you want to play with me? I'm like, both. Not everyone gets to have a pony in the backyard. You know, from elementary to middle school, me and Chris, during recess in elementary, we would always go to that fence. Right there at CD Folks, that split CD Folks and Bergman up. And we'll look through that little chain link fence, watching those guys in middle school play football. And we would always tell each other, that's gonna be us one day. Fast forward to the time we get there, Pooh was my offensive lineman. And he always told me, he said, I don't care where I am, Buzzy, run behind me and you'll score, I promise you. Scoring touchdowns, it doesn't make you, but having him to push you to knowing that you're gonna score, you score in this game called life. And it's bringing a smile to each and every person's face, even whenever you may not feel at your best. That guy right there wore a smile bigger than Round Rock, bigger than Texas. I don't think I've ever seen Pooh with a frown on his face. That guy would give you the shirt off his back if you asked him. I haven't seen Pooh since we graduated in 2000. And to see this right here, I have a hold in my heart. Because as a friend, I should have reached out. You know, everybody thinks that, you know, life is all fast paced, but if you look back at it, go back and check on your people. I know we can't get in our Rolodex and reach out to everybody, but just try once. Just try just one person a day. And see if you can make someone smile like Pooh did. Please, because that man right there is well worth it. Thank you, guys.
My name's Justin. I'm the littlest brother to Matt and Chris. Chris is always he's always been my role model. Matt said a lot of it exactly how I saw my brothers. Being 5 years apart, it's the bonds are different. but I still looked up to him. Everything I've become has been of him. All the good, all the bad, I got to see it between those two. But I mean, it's strengthened who I am. You know, and I cherish him every day because of that. He was always a cool kid. You know, they all said it. I always wanted to be that way. Anything he wore, I wanted to wear. Anything he listened to, I wanted to listen to. But he's always been the same character, the same happy person. He's just an amazing person. And it means a lot that he was my brother, and he would always be there for me, no matter what. Same thing for Matt, same thing. He's hard-headed. Obviously, he doesn't want any help with anything, but, you know, again, without those two in my life, I would not be the man I am today. So I appreciate everything Chris ever did for me, and I'm going to miss his laugh. I'm going to miss how hard he fucking grabs you. I'm going to miss the hugs. But I'll cherish every moment because he is me, and I'm going to live with that forever. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Theo. Obviously, I'm Chris's son. As I stated before, I want to thank all of you for showing up today. It really means a lot to all of us. And, you know, it's one of the most important things about my dad is, you know, many people that he affected in his life. And it's beautiful seeing all you today. It's kind of hit me now. I'm gonna be real. Obviously, he's been in my life, you know, since I was born. You know, kind of part of the situation. But it's hard to try to put in all the time that, you know, we spent together, on the amazing moments that we shared together, the words. It's the last time I saw him in person, we went to a barbecue restaurant for Father's Day, and I was talking about like random like high school dilemmas, whatever, college dilemmas, about like girls and whatever, and he he said to me, you can't let other people bring you down. You can't let other people determine who you are. You need to always be pushing forward. And I think that's what's so amazing about him, is that no matter what he went through, he was able to push through it. And it's still surprising to me that even after, you know, all the things he's been through, he's gone. He really was a cat. And I think he truly did fulfill what he wanted to do in his life, and I'm so happy to call him my father.
You know, this was hard. It was very hard to come out, set everything up, and bury my brother the right way. I'm thankful for everybody here. I'm definitely thankful for Nick. You know, he's, was best friends with my brother when we were growing up. I had a lot of support and help. It will be the toughest time in my life. It will. But, my brother would want me to be strong and to do the right thing and to live the way we intended to live. Again, thank you, everybody. It means a lot to me. It's just like one of those things that we had talked about. Who would show up? You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling my brother, just like, bro, you were loved by all, So it's just like, everybody would show up, So it's just like, it proved me right again. And normally my streak with my brother being right is pretty on point. Thank you.
We do thank you all for coming out for the services for Pooh. That's who it was, Chris. I'll definitely be missed. And so what we're going to do at this time, you're welcome to come up starting from behind, pay your respects. The family does welcome you to come to Rocky's Piano Bar after the graveside service. And they're going to have a little luncheon there. And you're welcome to go there. We do thank you all for coming out. And the graveside will be at Round Rock Cemetery off Sand Bass Road.
I'm just like a kid off of it. So they want to hurt me like good and everything. I just like ended up running. Even a little bit, so.